So I decided to challenge myself and to do a whole year of vlogging every day, once a day. I will record a video and I'll share it. And this is about connecting with the womb, connecting with the heart, connecting with nature, in order to unleash the full power, the full potential, the full true nature of who we are. Yes. Is it ambitious? Yes. But if you know me, yeah, you know that part of me. I am ambitious. So, but I imagine divided in all of those days, every day could be like, they don't have to be like, but together they'll build something, yeah, amazing and beautiful and explosive, transformational, absolutely mind-blowingly, heart-blowingly, womb-blowingly delicious. So yes. So if you feel like, you can take a moment to connect with the womb. Yeah, I didn't mention that it's mostly directed at women. If you're a man and you want to work with your energetical womb, you're welcome. You're welcome to stay. Or if you just want to educate yourself about women, understand them more, understand your inner feminine more, connect with Mother Earth, the archetypal feminine, you're welcome to stay also. You're welcome to stay anyway, like for whatever reason or for no reason. Yes, okay. So let's take a few breaths. I like to stretch. To connect with the womb, it's good to speak the womb's language. So to speak feminine language in general. So if you notice, like the preferred masculine way of communicating is clear, concise, to the point, erect, visible, like, come on. That's the preferred. I'm not saying men are unable to speak in any other way, communicate in any other way, but that's like the main language of the masculine. The preferred and main language of the feminine is much more flowy, round, all around there and around there, lots of feeling about this and tuning into that, and it's not a straight line. It can be very clear at times, for sure. I wouldn't say clarity is the main characteristic. It's more about feeling things and moving around them to see them and feel them from different perspectives and viewpoints, because we are all about feeling the other, right? It's within how we are built. The hardware and the software of a woman is to feel another, to feel her child, to feel her beloved. So we do not, although we adapted, obviously, living in the masculine dominated world, we adapted many things. And so we also trained ourselves in clear, concise, to the point, masculine way of communicating. But it doesn't have to be that way all of the time. And if we adapt it to the masculine way, I'm sure the masculine can also find a way to make space for the way we want to communicate. And we don't, when we sit at a table together, when we meet at a table together, so perhaps there is space for both, right? That's my wish, that's my desire. That would be amazing. So anyway, coming back to connecting to the womb, since we are connecting to the feminine organ, something, we, like men also have the heart and liver and whatever, all the muscles, but the womb obviously is with women. And if you are a woman, you don't have a womb, you consider yourself a woman but you don't have a womb, or your womb have been removed, or for any reason you don't have the physical womb, you can work with your energetical womb. And men have it also. Yes, everybody's got them. Just as women have the hull of the penis within their clitoris. Yes. So, yes, connecting to the feminine organ or the energy of the organ, it's good to apply the language of the feminine, which goes in circular motion or like infinity motion. So it's nice to like see it, feel it, hear it coming from the head all the way down into the womb. Obviously, it goes through the heart. So let's take the journey together. Take a big breath in. And just noticing how we are in the mind. I mean, if you are in somewhere else, maybe you're in your heart, seeing me coming out of my shell after all these years that I have not been visible. Maybe you are in your heart, feeling nice seeing me. And, but maybe you don't know me and you're not having any feelings in your heart about me yet. And you're in your mind just listening to my communication and like observing my body language and what's going on, making sense of it, right? So yeah, in the mind. I was definitely in my mind, talking, making introductions, making an effort to be as clear as concise, but within my feminine, which I was trying to achieve definitely from my head. So I'm gonna make like a slow circular journey around my head and within my head all the way into the throat, saying hello to that energy center. If this is within your practice, you can go into the center of 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 the throat until you touch that divine, touch that pure energy, and allow it to expand. Beautiful. And then circular motions around the bottom of the neck and going down to envelop the shoulders, giving yourself a little hug. Yes. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here. Beautiful. And landing in the space of the heart. Saying thank you. Thank you, heart. And that's within your practice, landing at the center of the center of the center, the center of the center of the heart. And when you're there, just allowing it to expand, going further, all around the lungs, within the lungs and around it, the diaphragm, and just below the diaphragm. Here is another energy center. So pausing here for a moment, saying hello. Thank you for being here. Taking a deep breath. Center for the will, power. And if you wish, going in the center, the center, the center, the center. Until we touch that divine, allowing it to expand. Boom, great. And circling lower down, all the organs, all the vital organs are here. This is so precious. It's like hidden here. We have legs and arms to protect it. We can like, this is so precious. This is like all the guts and everything. So going around this with like gratitude and pausing on the navel, saying thank you, going in the center of 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 the center. Allowing it to expand, boom, and going deeper, all in the circle, and yes, around the womb. Let's take time. So the last point was just on top of the womb, on top of the uterus. And now we can just go around the uterus, around the ovaries, go all the way down, around the vagina, go all the way up, just like satelliting it. Don't know if that's a word. It's nice it's like a foreplay, you know? Wise people say if you want to have sex with a woman in the evening, at night, your foreplay starts at breakfast, you know? You tell her how beautiful she looks and how amazing she smells and how great it is to have breakfast with her. Yeah. So the same here. It's good to just be there, hang out, you know, say hello, see it from different perspectives, feel into it. It's very masculine to be ready instantly, like, boom, okay, I'm ready. That's like the masculine superpower. There are many feminine superpowers, but she likes to take time. She likes to like feel good, feel relaxed, feel safe, feel welcomed, feel that she can be fully and totally herself, right? She's like, yeah, when I'm all welcome, where everything about me is welcome, I'll come bearing gifts you can't imagine. So yes, so the same goes with connecting with the womb. It's nice to take time, say hello, say thank you. So all our creativity, everything that we create in life, every little project, of course babies, but everything, you know, daily things, if we know it or not, if we are aware of it or not, it all kind of comes from here. Yeah. And it's just like with pregnancy, 9 months, kind of nothing kind of things are happening, but you can't really see a baby until it's like 9 months later, and then wow, there's baby. The same with this process of creation of projects and new ideas and new things in life. You kind of put seeds. Well, at least that's the feminine way. You put seeds, or you open to seeds, and then it's quite a subconscious process, and at times you can attend it in a conscious way, like give it water, give it a bit of Reiki, whatever you'd like to do with your houseplants. And then you forget about it and whatever, and then but it continuously grows, right? It continuously develops, like one cell at a time, and then poof, 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 shoo, suddenly is out in the open, suddenly the project. So even if you're making pancakes for breakfast, the womb is present in that. Yeah, so we can give thanks to that. The womb can be present in everything and anything. In our relationships, like not just the romantic ones with the ones we want to share, like sexually. I was looking for the word. Because we can be very intimate with friends, right? We can share really vulnerably, and we can allow them like deeply within, and we can really be naked with friends as well, right? With like taking off the masks and not pretending, not trying to do anything or to be anyone, or not striving to achieve any goals, or just just being yourself with whatever there is. So that's intimacy, right? And if we are lucky and we have that kind of person in our life that we can be this intimate friendship, then the womb is there also, or could be there, or she could be there in a conscious way. But sexual energy is such a taboo. Sexual energy is like, ooh, yeah. In this country, people love talking about sex. And it's like, ha ha, he, yeah. And then, every now and then, a vulnerable truth will come up, and that will be like heartfelt and but it's mostly if you want to talk about it honestly, it's definitely a taboo, like in consensual reality, right? With like most people. So it's not very common. Like I would say it's very uncommon to allow sexual energy to flow in a friendship. Would you agree? Would you agree? Because the moment sexual energy flows in a relating that is not a romantic, immediately we go into, whoa, what's going on? Do I have a crush on this person? Like immediately we go into, okay, how do I classify this? Do I want, relationship, like romantic relationship, lovers, what is it gonna be? But yeah, the sexual energy is just a life force. Well, it's not just a life, it's a life force like a grandiose life force that flows through us, and to allow ourselves to just feel it and drink from it and just have it flowing in this space with another person. Yeah, it's energizing. Like, I think a lot of our time daily we spend at tuning it down, tuning life force, sexual power down. Yeah, yes, we do. Yes, we do. For whatever reasons. It's the same for men. I think most men would feel uncomfortable if they had an erection in a public space. And I think there would be a fear of being classified as like a sexual pervert or something. Men should walk around with no arousal because, yeah, that's threatening. Erected penis are threatening because he will most likely want to put it somewhere. Ah, yeah. Yeah, and there is healing to be done around that for sure, 100%. Because traditionally, if you look at like the last 300 years, 400 years, if a man had an erection, he wanted to put it somewhere. But times are changing, and I certainly had a privilege of meeting a lot of beautiful men who can easily experience an erection and not necessarily wanting to put it somewhere for a release. No. So, yeah. Okay, what was I talking about before? Penis. Yes. Um, Sexual energy is a life force. So, I would like to give you guys like a practice, so that you can explore and experiment. I mean, a lot of you will, I think 100% of you, actually, 100% of you will be able to just tune in and intuitively come up with a practice. So if you take a couple of breaths so that you're not in your ordinary blah, 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 busyness, just put everything on a board, pin it to a board. Take a moment to be in the present, in the here and now. Like, call in your higher self, higher power, whatever you like to work with. And then pose a question. Pose this question to yourself. What would be a practice, or the practice, what would be the practice that would allow me to feel and utilize my life force, sexual power, in an easy flow way in my relationships with my friends or with this one friend or whatever? And you will get an answer. Just I'm gonna see what answer I got, because I'm like, yeah, you do this and you're gonna get an answer. Let's see if I'm gonna get an answer. Okay. So I'm gonna take a moment to pin on the board everything that I said so far about everything I said, and take a few breaths. And you can do it with me. You can ask your questions now so that you've done it. Yeah, totally. Okay, let's do it together. Sorry, it's This is the energy flowing and stuff clearing. So I do not want to keep it in. Okay. This is just to relax and let go of everything that may be on the mind. It would be good to, like, it's very easy for me to go in alpha brainwaves, like meditative brainwaves, because I have a lot of practice. But if you need a moment longer, you can press pause and like do some more breaths until you feel really relaxed, you know? Because if you feel tense inside, you can keep asking questions. I really want to know. Or you can go, I really want to let go. I really want to relax. But it's not going to happen, obviously. So, yeah, relaxing. Okay, and I'm calling in my higher self. I'm calling in the dragons that I like to work with. And Archangel Michael that is always around me. So, my question to myself is, what would be the perfect practice for me to allow my sexual energy, my life force in the purest form to be free flowing in my relationships with my friends and just relating with people in general? Free flowing, supportive, helpful, bringing knowing in the moment. I really want this sexual energy, life force, but not in a sexual way. So in an asexual way, to be expressed and utilized in a space of relating with other people. I want it to be like a nourishing, beautiful current of love, of light, of information that I can utilize, I can drink from. So what would be the practice for me and for others that are listening to, that are tuning into this, to practice, to incorporate in daily life? Something simple, please. I'm laughing because sometimes I have a tendency to come up with these like beautifully crafted but super complex rituals for things. Yes, so I am aligning with this question, and I'm aligning to an answer to this question in the highest vibration available to me. Okay, got it. I got it. So if you're still listening to your higher self, press pause so that your higher self can explain itself, or explain the whole thing fully. So what I got is the womb is always present in the space when we relate with other people. Just as our kidneys are, just as our heart is, just as our throat is. And of course, we never think about using throat. It's just like, of course, it's there. We take a breath in, and then we can make words with that. And we use heart a lot in communicating with other people, and that's just to like beam out the love and appreciation, especially when we have a moment of, oh, I really love you, you know, oh, I really see you. Then that's, even though that might be expressed with the throat, it kind of flows from the heart. The womb, oh, I feel a little bit sad. It's like a forgotten organ, you know, that we only think about when we menstruate, when we give birth. Yeah, sadness, a little bit of sadness there. But it's always there, so we don't have to summon anything, anyone. Is there. Good news, is there. And if it's not present, just as like the heart is or the throat is, obviously it's not present, we can just, as we are interacting with this other person, we can breathe all the way. Like, just imagine taking a breath all the way to the womb, all the way to the uterus, in a kind of circular motion as we did in the beginning. But yeah, and just a couple of breaths. And if you really really want this, really want to do it, but you forget, so you meet people, you know, you speak to people on the phone, you meet people, whatever, and you keep forgetting, just write it down here or whatever. Some yeah, if you use hands to talk, there is a chance you'll just see it and you'll be like, breathe to the womb, or like write something or draw something that will remind you to do that. Maybe not breathe to the womb, because everybody will be like, what's going on with that? Oh yeah, you can tell them the whole story. Yeah, you can. Yes, and if you want to make this practice stronger, when you start your day, you can take some really deep breaths into the womb, like in the morning, with your breakfast, before your breakfast. Yeah, taking deeper breaths into the womb, saying hello, thank you, how are you? Is there something I can do for you? How are you feeling today? And just setting an intention. You know what? I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do my best to connect with you as I go in interactions with people. Yeah, and you're already kind of, you set sail into that direction. So yeah, so then she'll be on a higher alert already. And yeah, so when you tune into her as you enter relating with someone, she'll be ready. She'll be like, yes, yes. How can I be of service? Yeah, so that's lovely. That is lovely. Okay. Okay, so that feels like the end of my vlog today, the end of day one. Big day. It's a big day, day one. Day one is always big, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in for more. Yes. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.